Hey everyone. Okay, for the walkthrough this week, here's this week's tiara, which is a commission for somebody for this weekend. And I bought this great piece of malachite because the person who was commissioning the piece wanted a malachite center. And so when I saw that great teardrop shape, I thought it would really go well with these spire type pieces like this. And this one's broken. And I'll explain why later. But there's usually a piece right here and then a pendant hole at the bottom as well. So what I did is I first put on the first spire, and then I added in this leaf right here. And then I added on the second spire on both sides. And then I thought, okay, it needs a few more leaves. So I added a leaf behind this piece as well. And then just to finish it off, I added a piece of, this is a half piece of filigree that I cut in half, and I put it on both sides. So you have a little bit more interest on the sides. And these are just, like, this is a different shape, but it just kind of looks like this. And so I cut it in half and attached it. And I got those on Amazon. And then what I did was I really needed some green to show up to make the spires kind of more cohesive. So I took another piece of filigree and I patinaed it green, and then I sanded it down a little bit and then attached that. And it's a half a piece of filigree on those sides. So those are glued on there. And when I was doing this spire wouldn't stay straight, so I was kind of messing with it, and what ended up happening is I snapped the spire. So that's why this one was broken. So I actually had to, see how big this is right here, I had to actually add another spire in the front, which turned out a little bit better, frankly, because then it was a little bit more prominent and a little bit more pushed forward than the original spire, so that it gives the leaves a little bit more space in the final piece. And then I didn't want to just leave the malachite by itself, so I had this piece right here that I bent so that it was rounded, and I attached it here and here. It's just one piece of wire. You'll see on the back the wire goes across right there, and that is attaching the piece. You can also see that there's space between the spire and the leaves from the back. See that? So it gives you a little bit more the spire in front and center, as well as the malachite. So then I just added all the little crystals. These are kind of like a light green version. I wanted to make sure I kind of captured some of the colors in the malachite. And that's it. So this is this week's tiara. Like I said, I attached the spire, I attached one leaf, and then I attached the other spire. I added the leaf behind it because these are actually two pieces right here. And then I added this longer piece of filigree. And then finally this malachite was attached, and these two green pieces, and then this was attached to hold it all together. And that is this week's tiara, and I hope the person I made this for really enjoys it, because I know I did. And I have wanted to show off last week's as well, because this one was really popular and it's a little simpler, but this is this last week's tiara, and this one of course is a rainbow tiara. And this one, this right here, this rainbow, is actually a piece of a necklace. And it just is a drop necklace that somebody sent me, and I thought, oh, this would be perfect for this. So what I did is I just attached it on both sides. You can see here and here, and then I added a support piece right here so that it wouldn't flop around just in case. And it's really sturdy with that in there. And then I painted the crystals. So I started at red, and this red is almost like the orange, so it kind of gets lost. I actually thinking I might add a little pink in there just to get it more red on this side. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, and then a little bit more red to balance it. And then this is a pendant piece right here that was a brooch, and I added a big crystal in the center that was kind of rainbow in the colors. And then here I added the other part of the necklace, was just the corners, and then finally, of course, I just added some more crystals to give it a little bit more sparkle. This is a really simple one as well, and this is a good way to show how you can use old costume jewelry to make a very bold statement piece of a tiara. And that's this week's run-throughs. See you next week.